What's up, team? You guys have probably seen hydrogen peroxide put on cuts and it fizzes up. Well, this hydrogen peroxide is like mega hydrogen peroxide. It's way stronger. It's a way stronger version of the hydrogen peroxide. So I got curious. Since we use this all the time for the foam fountain of science, what would this hydrogen peroxide do if we were putting some other stuff? So we have some items right here. We have banana, we have Coca-Cola, we have sardines, we have a couple more things in the fridge, and we have slime. But there's really no way for us to figure out exactly what's gonna happen unless we test it, so let's get tested. The first test we're gonna do is we're gonna do hydrogen peroxide and Coca-Cola. So I have this little bowl down here. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill that bowl up just with a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, and then I'm gonna kind of just pour a little bit of Coke in there. I really don't have any clue what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna do a little dabble here. Look at that. Literally nothing happened. Look at that, nothing. Like hardly a reaction at all. I wasn't expecting that. Coca-Cola and really high-powered hydrogen peroxide, nothing happens. Little tiny piece of banana. Oh wow, it's dissolving the banana. I'm gonna leave it in there for a bit. I'm just curious about what's gonna happen. I think what it looks like is it's just dissolving the banana. It smells good. We're gonna do the slime test. So I'm really curious with the slime, because the reason that this banana is acting the way that it is over here is that there is an enzyme in almost all things that are living or were living called catalase. Hydrogen peroxide reacts with that, and what it does is it combines with that catalase and it turns into oxygen gas and water, H2O. That oxygen gas essentially what it does is it steals electrons away from the proteins that are holding that cell together, and it starts eating away at that protein layer, and eventually that protein layer, that outer layer, just kind of dissolves a little bit. So what we're seeing down here is we're seeing dissolved protein layers of the banana, it reacting with the catalase, turning into water and O2 gas. That's why it's fizzing like that. Now I'm really interested about that because what's interesting is that in this slime that we've made, there's really nothing that's alive. The glue, the Elmer's glue, is a polymer that's synthetic, meaning it's totally chemical based. There's no animal products, so I can't really think of anything that's alive actually in the slime, but maybe there's something else that I'm missing and it'll actually react. So let's do the slime. Seems to be dissolving it a little bit. Just kind of, if you look at the underbelly where it's been sitting, it's just kind of, oh, look at that. That is so weird. Look at that. It's just dissolving it. Interesting. All right, so I went to the store and I really wanted to try to find blood. So I'd seen something online, was really interesting, it was really cool, the reaction with hydrogen peroxide and blood. I tried to find the bloodiest thing that I possibly could, and I found this natural bison sirloin steak. All right, we're just gonna drain that blood. If you guys are queasy, turn back now. I'm just gonna do a drop. Oh wow, it like dissolved it. Like, did you see that? Watch it again. It went from red, okay, blood, to nothing. Watch. It's like bleach. I did not expect that. I expected it to like fizz and stuff. No, it literally just like, almost like bleach, just turns it to nothing. Blood to nothing. That's actually how some of the like OxyCleans work. The oxygen that is present in those cleaners literally like dissolves and lyses things, and then they either evaporate or break down so much you can't see them anymore. That's pretty much what happened right here. So the next one, I'm gonna put an egg in there. So I'm gonna fill this up with some hydrogen peroxide, and we're just gonna break an egg in there like we're cooking morning breakfast. Break this I was expecting a little bit more of an immediate reaction. It's just kinda not doing anything. So as it stands right now, the fruit has been really reactive. So let's try a couple more fruits. The egg looks like not much is going on over here. Here's the one I put blood in, and I put a piece of hot dog and 2 pieces of steak. The hot dog is really interesting because it turned the hot dog from like red to white. So the hot dog is like exactly white. Like, look at that. Hot dogs don't look like that. So for this next one, I'm gonna be using cherries. Just gonna kind of see what happens. So it looks like it's turning the red white, which is kind of what I thought would happen. Let's do another one over here. You can see how it goes in red and then it turns it to white. We've gone from a nice, vibrant white red to like a bleached out, kind of no color. The cherry juice, the red cherry juice, it did the same thing as the blood. It kind of just got rid of that red like immediately. This may be why cleaning agents like OxyClean work so well, because it's the hydrogen peroxide is breaking down into oxygen and water. And I think what we're looking at right here is it's reacting with the catalase, and the oxygen is turning the red color of the cherry completely white. Okay, so we've tested Coca-Cola, a banana, slime, an egg, a hot dog, and some cooked steak that's been left out overnight. Of all those, the ones that was the coolest was actually the cherries. We noticed that the cherries kind of went from this like reddish color to almost white. And so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cut up all the cherries that we have, and we're gonna put them down in this Erlenmeyer flask. This is the exact Erlenmeyer flask that I use for the foam fountain of science. And then I'm gonna pour the hydrogen peroxide on there so we can kind of see that reaction happen a little quicker, like in almost like real time kind of stuff. And we're just gonna bury it in that hydrogen peroxide, and we're gonna see if we can get these cherries bleached out. Okay, here we go. Hydrogen peroxide adding time. Normally this is where like things explode, but we're going a little bit different. It's doing this exact same thing. It's taking that cherry color, that vibrant like red color, and it's kind of turning it to a brown, and then that brown's kind of getting to a lighter tan, and then that lighter tan's kind of going into like a fizzy white. All right, so that's what the cherry looks like with hydrogen peroxide. You can see it just totally destroys the color. If you look at like what a cherry looks like on the inside, what it should look like, here's the difference. We've been out here for a couple hours actually, and we kept all of the original things like in the bowl of hydrogen peroxide. So I'm gonna take them out one by one and show you what happened to them over the course of about 2 hours. First up is our slime. It's been foaming this whole time, and it just kind of looks like a big spitball. And so it's pretty much toast. So this is what happens when you put hydrogen peroxide in. The fluffy slime did not fare well with the hydrogen peroxide. Next up is our banana. As you can see, like, it definitely oxidized. You can actually see, look at that. It dissolved the banana like so much that the only thing really left is like the banana veins. I've never actually seen that. I've never seen that, where you just have the stringy banana veins. That is so cool. So here's one we focused on a lot. This was the cherry. So if you bring it out and you take a look at it, it's just this sort of like, all the meat has been sort of dissolved. All the color is gone. If you flip it over, you can see how it's been attacking the color. I mean, this was red all the way through. Now we only just have a little bit of red on that side. And on the meat side, which is like really soft and like gooey, I mean, it just kind of turns to a disgusting mess. There's just nothing left of it. The egg I thought was gonna be really cool. I thought it was gonna be very promising. And really, we only saw like a little bit of reaction. What was happening here is same kind of thing. The hydrogen peroxide has been reacting with the proteins in the egg white, and it's kind of turned it, like it kind of cooked it a little bit almost. But you can see like it kind of cooked it a little bit. But really just like not a really like a vibrant reaction per se. It kind of just dissolved the egg. Now here's one that was really interesting, but it was only interesting after a long period of time. This is the hot dog. So the hot dog, when I tossed it in there, was normal hot dog color. And if you look over time, it has completely changed the hot dog to this pure white color. I mean, hot dogs don't look like this. This is not a sausage. This is actually a hot dog that was pink at one point in time. I mean, the actual meat itself, this congealed meat really, it's just pure white the whole way through. Okay, so what did we learn? I think the biggest thing that we learned is that hydrogen peroxide will take the color out of almost anything that is alive. And so anything that has been alive, was it a fruit, or is a vegetable, or is a meat product, it just takes the color right out of it. It turns it almost pure white. If you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up in the comment section below. Let me know which thing that it reacted with, the hydrogen peroxide reacted with, where you're like, I did not expect that. I did not think that's exactly how it was gonna go down. If you love science, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys really soon. I was cleaning up, so I mixed everything together, and this is what we got. It kind of looks like throw up fruit punch, also known as a mad science experiment. Toxic waste. Ugh.